Hey there, folks! Hello from France. Joe DiSanto here, but currently in France. I don't know if you maybe saw my other video that family and I decided to move to France for 3 months just to try something different. So, new room. But I'm still doing Quicken videos, and I'm going to do another one today about the dashboard and what the options of the dashboard are, and how you can navigate both kind of newer dashboard features and some classic features, and even a calendar view and stuff like that. And some of it is useless and some of it is super handy. So into the video we go. Okay, so the main thing you see for the quote-unquote dashboard for Quicken is this view here. It's kind of like a, sort of standardish modern widget-based dashboard. And by the way, this should be by default what Quicken opens to, but you can change what Quicken opens to by default over here. You can choose any one of these tabs up on the blue bar, but it by default is set to home. Now, by the way, there's different verbiages for different things in Quicken. This is commonly referred to as the menu right there. This blue bar is referred to as the tabs, and you can turn them on and off here. And just to clarify the difference of these and what the toolbar is, this is the toolbar. I generally have the toolbar off. I don't like it. But tabs you cannot turn off, and the menu here you can have classic or standard. Now, this main dashboard is this widget, and to me, oftentimes these widgets are completely unhelpful, or they're not what I want to see, so you can customize it. But the kind of later iterations here of Quicken that we're in don't give you that many options here to customize. You can basically, turn these widgets on or off. And obviously you can even duplicate them as we just saw there, but what's the point of that? However, I'm going to show you the secret of going to the classic menus. So over here we have turning on your classic dashboard. And we want to do that. And what that is going to do is give you the option to do other views of a dashboard from the more of the older school features, which give way more options. So it starts by giving you this customized view when you turn that on. And I'm just going to, in here, put what is in my view, which is bill and income reminders, and I'm going to save that. So now, and I can also, if I want, customize that view and calls it bills and income. Now, you might be just curiously saying, or out of curiosity saying, hey, but there's a bills and income thing over here, Joe, why don't you use that? And that is true, but this looks this way, and I do use this kind of just for my online bills, which I just did a video about. Check that out, or it's coming out. But I prefer this older school view. By the way, I'm going to stop real quick here and just say, if you are just getting into Quicken and you want content that is a little bit more boiled down and also has some advanced stuff, I do have a course on Quicken. It's called Quicken Mastery, link below. But also, I assume you're getting into Quicken because you want to master your finances. You want to really be in charge of your personal finances. I have a bigger, broader course on that called Personal Finance Mastery, which includes Quicken, but also all sorts of other information about how to get your financial act together. Both of those courses include my Quicken templates, which are a great place to get started with Quicken because it has all my categories and everything built right in. So anyway, wanted to let you know that. Back to the video. Now, another view you could have, you can have a bunch of views here. You can add, I don't know how many you can add, but I'm going to add 3. I'm going to make one called calendar. And over here, I'm going to put this calendar. And if you're the kind of person that likes to see what's going on either now and in the future in a calendar view, this is how you get a nice full calendar. Of course, everything in Quicken has tons of options, and it starts out kind of messy. I like to use the calendar view to show bills and incomes coming up, but I get rid of all this other stuff here. And when you put that on, now I can see, you know, my memorized bills and income and whatever happening in calendar view. So you can actually do some calendar, you know, budgeting with this view, but it's not like that obvious to turn on, which is too bad. And you can add notes in here, obviously add these options and so on. So that is a way you can further customize your dashboard using more and better widgets. Now let's go over the widgets a little bit. I'm going to add yet another view. We'll call it more widgets. And you know, there's a bunch here. And so depending on what you want to see, you obviously can choose what it has to offer. I mean, look how many more there are than the new dashboard options. So you could do a projected balances. You could do income versus expense. You could do, I don't know. I mean, some of these to me are helpful. Some of them are, you know, not. But you can try them all, and inevitably you'll get some widgets that you find really helpful. Now, when you add more widgets, it does make them smaller and so on. So I like this calendar to be big, and I just have it be the only thing you see. Now this is like my test file, but my bill and income reminders thing is really long. I have a lot of them in there, and that will take up the whole page. And you know, the other thing I have widgets for probably is investing stuff. Now there's an investing tab here that shows you a bunch of different things, but you can make a widget for investing stuff, and you can customize like a particular widget to have certain accounts and certain graph, and then have, you know, another similar widget with different accounts, just as an example. So I have an investing dashboard, and you know, you go down here, go to investing, and you start adding what you want. You can remove these other ones. You can have it just be one thing or multiple things. And then I might have another view called net worth. And I like this particular one because it kind of shows your net worth over time and shows a graph that I like, and it kind of shows you where you started in your income versus your assets versus liabilities, and how they're growing and changing and so on. So there's a couple of widgets there that I like. And you can really kind of create a better dashboard and a more thorough dashboard that helps you do things and, you know, keeps you on top of your money more easily. I mean, the goal of Quicken, after you set it up, is to make it so doing your finances is easy and faster. So anyway, that's the dashboard. That's how you can customize it in the classic view. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.